You think about it. There was a moment you probably desired to operate in a certain level in your career, in your calling, and in all that. But and you dedicated so much time, effort, training, learning, and acquiring new skills and abilities to get to that level. And really, God was faithful and He helped you to get to that level. And finally, you operated on that frequency that you thought before that was not a level that you could operate in. But then what happened after that is that you started relapsing. You became more comfortable with that level of achievement, that you stopped doing the things that brought you actually to that level. You stopped practicing, you stopped researching, you stopped learning, you stopped seeking guidance from people ahead of you to at least sustain that level of growth that you had attained. And this is the undoing of most of us when we are seeking opportunities, when we are seeking roles, when we are seeking to rise to certain levels in life. We dedicate our time, we do all that is possible to do, and we give ourselves, we stretch ourselves beyond our normal limits to at least attain those levels. But then once we attain it, we tend to think that that was all that was needed to do, that now we can relax, that now we can sit down and just enjoy the goodness of that moment that we had attained. But God does not train us to just bring us to that level of success or that level of life that we admired. God allows us to go through trainings or seasons of stretching so that once we get there, we remember what it took us to go there. We need to continue with the strategies and the skills that brought us to the levels that we have enjoyed or we are at. And that way, we are able to sustain this level that we have grown into and even grow into bigger opportunities, bigger roles, and bigger levels of superiority. You remember when the children of Israel were coming from Egypt, Moses requested that they do some preparations prior to that day. But God did not just stop with the preparations when they left Egypt. It was now something that they were supposed to be doing every year to remember the things, the seasons that God brought them out of Egypt, and to also maintain that covenant and maintain that relationship with God. That's what we are expected to do. When you fasted, when you prayed, when you sought God in a particular way, and that strategy that you used to maybe to build up your spiritual muscles helped you to realize how far you are from God, helped you to realize the gap that has been existing between you and your Creator. Don't stop once